All right. I missed some good stuff too, but oh well.
How do we access the recording?
I've been, well, now that I know what I'm doing with it, I have been uploading them on YouTube and posting them in our Ravelry group.
Okay.
So there's 2 out there now, so.
My other question, Robin, is I'm getting close to doing the provisional cast on, and I saw that Caddy Jax has 3 YouTube videos that came up when I searched for.
So look for, so that's also in the Ravelry group. So go to the Ravelry group. It's Black Mountain Yarn Shop and Yarnbird's Letho KAL in Ravelry.
Okay.
And then I put the link to that in that group.
Gotcha. I'm gonna try that right now to make sure I have it, because I'm gonna have to study that.
Yeah, just pay close attention to where her needles are. Otherwise, you'll be doing it inside out or something like me and Suzanne did probably the first time.
I thought the video was awesome.
It's really good.
And then I think, I mean, for me, I watched the video a couple of times and then just followed the directions on the pattern with the photos.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they, to me, they were good.
Yeah.
They are good. Yeah, I thought those were very good too.
But the video in combination really helped.
Okay.
Yeah.
I only did it once while I was watching TV.
Yeah. Were you able to zip it out completely?
Totally.
Really?
Easy.
Okay. And I think if you zip it from the back, maybe it was easier.
Yeah.
I think I'm not sure what I had to pick mine, but I thought it had something to do with the mohair that was in the yarn. But if Andrew, if you were able to zip it right out, then that's clearly wasn't the thing.
It was really cool. I tried to take a video, but I had too many hands working on stuff.
Yeah.
I couldn't do the video and hold it down and zip it.
Yeah.
But I crochet too.
Oh,
I don't know
that's
if that
true.
has anything to do with it.
Maybe.
You crochet 2 rows?
No, I
Okay.
crochet as well as knit, and
Okay.
my chain was, you know,
Oh, I'm sure my chain was
easy.
pretty wonky, so that was probably part of my problem.
And one of the things I did, I went up to a really big crochet needle so I could see what I was doing.
Yes.
Because I thought, especially if it's pulling out, it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the size of the crochet hook mattered or not. I thought it did, but
I used an H.
okay.
It might make a difference. I think that mine is not as clean. It's got a little bit of a ridge because of the size, I think.
Oh, okay. And I felt I had a ridge just because I was doing it wrong.
No, I don't think so. It could be the size of the crochet hook compared to your needle size.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
that's gonna
okay.
be right here. So to me, it
So
wasn't
it's
worth
going to be under here. So
yeah.
Yeah.
To me, it wasn't worth redoing.
Oh, but that's nice to know. It was not that I was going backwards and forwards. It's because I had the wrong size crochet needle that it made.
And
that
I don't know if it's wrong. I noticed that it's noticeable where it
Yes.
was. But this construction is crazy.
I think it's very entertaining. I mean, it just takes you from
Yes.
from one thing to another. And I like that in a pattern because it just, I don't like a boring knit. But yeah, but I really, I like, something that just challenges me and keeps my interest, or I like it to be a really fast knit, which is what I'm doing now, which is the oat, which the instructions were so so ridiculously simple. I ripped it out 4 times before I figured it out, but I think I didn't write, I think the pattern was not written like I felt it should be written maybe. So, and I'm a huge overthinker. So I was just trying to make it hard, and it's just a very basic raglan top down. So,
And then I've been knitting so many things on small needles that it's nice to be using a bigger
Yes.
needle. My arthritic fingers feel better and
Yes.
it goes faster.
And you feel like you're just zipping along, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It actually, I think, is a pretty quick knit. Just because you are, knitting with worsted yarn. Katie, how are you doing on yours? Where are you at?
I'm still going pretty slow. Let's see.
All right. Looks good though.
I'm like up to the elbow, I
Yeah.
think. So
Nice.
guys
Not
will all
that
be
far
finished.
behind me.
What was that, Nan?
She's not that far behind me.
No.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll catch up to you this week then.
Yeah, I'm pretty slow.
So I guess we know what Donna was knitting now.
Yes. Yeah, I placed an order with her today because I for some of the spin cycle.
That it is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's really
Very pretty. Yes.
I have a couple things on the truck that I could, I could switch out, but I didn't want to switch out. So,
Mm-mm.
and I carry the magpie feather. I just don't have the spin cycle yet.
So how far do you go with your truck?
Oh gosh, it's been as far as Rhinebeck, New York, clear over to, we go to Michigan, Kentucky, Pittsburgh, where else?
Have you been to North Carolina?
It's going there in October. Yes, I'll be parked with Donna at her Indie Extravaganza event.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Yes.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. Really, really looking forward to it.
It is lots of fun.
Yeah.
How did you start doing that?
The
What
truck.
prompted you to do the truck knitting?
Yeah, I really, really fell in love with knitting several years ago, and I still have a corporate day job, so I needed it to be something that was weekend. I've been with my company for over 30 years, so I have a lot of vacations, so it allows me to, take a Thursday or a Friday or a Monday. And I just do festivals pretty much.
But that's great. That's
Yeah.
just wonderful. Yeah.
So it's been fun. It's been fun. Andrea helps me a lot on it. Katie knits a lot of samples for me. Judy too, except her husband had some surgery today, so she's not on with us tonight. But yeah.
So I'm intrigued by the fence in your background. Are you keeping critters out of a garden?
Oh, so no. So this is I'm on my screened-in porch, and we have a cat. And over the past several years, we've had more than one. But we get a lot of animals, and we've had coyote. So we're afraid to let the cat out on the screen porch unsupervised generally, and so we just put the mesh up around just for a little added protection. It doesn't look the greatest, but it does the trick. So
It works.
yeah.
My cat jumps off the porch into the trees down into the garden.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Ours is strictly indoor. She's never been outside other than to the screen porch, but yeah, so. And then we've had a few climbers before too, where they climb the screen. So we kind of put it up to, so that they couldn't get out either. So.
Debbie, how is yours coming?
Pretty good. I'm almost done for the width that I needed for the front and the back.
Okay.
So it's my sleeve. So yeah,
Pretty.
and I added length to mine, and I just want to say, they say it's 37 stitches, and for every 1.25 inches that you want, you add 6 stitches, and you do it in 6-stitch increments. So the mosaic in the back, the pattern works out.
Oh, okay. That's good to know,
Yeah.
Deb. Yeah.
I actually read the directions.
Okay.
I read that part too.
Yeah.
Good.
It comes in useful from time to time,
You have useful stuff all the time. We'll let Janet know too. I think she's wanting to add length to hers.
Yeah, she's on vacation this
Yeah.
week.
But
How's
I
yours?
also thought you could add length in the ribbing if you wanted.
You could, but then it's not going to match your
Oh, that's
brioche
right.
on the collar.
That's right. Yeah.
But I guess you could carry that brioche out further too if you wanted.
Yeah, I think it could get distorted if you did too much
Yeah.
at the hem, but
you're
an inch
right.
or so
Yes.
might look okay.
Yeah.
Robin, I measured the sleeves yesterday with that diagram on the back. And I think I need 10 extra centimeters.
You still need
So
10.
now I don't know if I'm gonna have enough yarn. I think so, because I held a ruler to where it would go according to that diagram, and it was short. I have really long arms.
Yeah,
Have someone
Sarah, it's
measure you,
weird.
right? Don't do it yourself.
Yeah.
Have someone else measure.
I did. I had our tech designer measure me.
Oh,
and that's the measurement from the back of your neck, the center.
Yes.
Hmm.
D on
So-
this schematic.
So you add it at the point of when you finish the big ink, all the increases. Where is it on the pattern? I'm looking at the wrong page. I had to shorten mine by 1 inch.
Oh, really?
I didn't want it to cover my hands.
yeah. Sarah, I think when I blocked mine, now I did not measure my sleeve when it was wet and blocked. So mine probably blocked probably 1 inch longer than not. So, and I like the length that it was before I blocked it. So it's probably about 1 inch longer, which kind of puts it, like maybe right down here. But I like a bracelet. I like to be able to wear a bracelet and see that.
Yeah.
So, but mine's down just a little bit. So you might be able to make up for it in your blocking.
Okay. So you think I shouldn't do 10 more centimeters?
It's up to you. I don't know.
And do you find that your sleeves grow? Because that's one of the things that's happened with so many of my knittings, the sleeves that grow.
Oh,
year
after
year.
you've worn it for a bit?
Oh,
or
yeah,
something?
after I've worn it.
Oh.
So I
Hmm.
tend to make my sleeves, I've learned, I make them short because they will grow.
Huh.
And maybe it's the yarn I'm using or how I store them, but
Could be.
I've never finished a sweater, so I haven't had that problem yet.
You're finishing this one.
I have to. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
it's fun to always have new projects.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Sarah, what are your colors? I haven't seen
I
yours.
The gray, black, and white.
Pretty.
Well, I don't know, Sarah. That's almost 4 inches, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. You're not gonna block it out 4 inches.
I like long, and I wanted it to come down on my fingers
need to
because I
add
like a
length.
long.
I think you
You
need to
need
add
to
some
add.
then.
Okay.
But just make sure you
I don't
pay,
think it can be.
pay attention to how many more rows you add or whatever, because write it in your pattern because you want to just do it to the next side, to the next side.
Okay. Do you have this yarn still in case I need more?
What colorway is that? I think so.
Um,
I think it's the same color that Katie got.
The light gray.
Yeah.
It's like the,
Little pike.
yeah, scaffold
Yeah.
pike or scaffold pike.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah.
Okay.
So you put your increases or reductions right before underarm shaping, Sarah. So if you're increasing it, that's where you do it.
Okay.
Yeah, mark that in your pattern too.
I have a while to get to that point.
Okay. Yeah, there's a note on it. So
There is.
yeah. Yeah, right after the increase sequence. Yeah.
The pattern is really easy. I mean, easy. It's
Very well
It's-
written.
it's extremely well written.
Don't question it. Just trust the
Just do
pattern. This one especially. Yep. Yep. Hi, Nancy.
Hello,
How are you?
good, how are you?
Good. Were you in the shop today?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the heat.
The heat. Yeah.
Yeah, our heat index right now is about 105, so there's not a lot of people down in Venice.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty hot.
200% humidity, I'm sure. So
That's why it's a nice little steam bath, yeah.
yeah,
It's hot, but I'm sticking in the air conditioning.
there you go. Where you at on your Letho?
I finished my first half.
Oh, yay. Good.
Yes, I'm real excited about it.
cool.
It looks a lot like
Nice.
yours. Yeah, and if there's, I don't know if there's any left-handed people out there, but
Yes.
Andrea is, yeah. Oh, and Becky too. Yeah.
I learned that turning up things upside down, like the double provisional cast on worked better if I turned it upside down. Yeah, so, and
Okay.
I do think the pattern right so far is very, very well written.
Yeah.
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 So do you knit? See, I knit continental because I'm left-handed,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't remember doing that with when I did the provisional cast on. Maybe I did.
The first part, instead of using, let's see, I did when I picked up the stitches.
Yeah.
Okay, I ended up taking a knitting needle actually and going from left to right. And I had
I
it on
pro-
my needles in 5 minutes. And then when
Yeah,
I
I
did the
might
other
have
side,
done
that's
that.
when I had to turn it upside down.
Mm.
And I went left to right on that as well.
Yeah,
And it was super easy. I learned the throw method because a right-hander taught me. And then a few years ago, I changed to continental. I still not very good at purling though. My stitches
that's
have a tendency to
normal, yeah.
lean. Yeah. But gosh, knitting continentals really a whiz.
for a left-hander, it is definitely.
Yeah.
I was lucky. The person that taught me, as soon as she saw I was left-handed, she said, "This is what we're going to do."
Oh, nice.
Because it causes me problems with crochet and reading crochet patterns because I crochet left-handed and I have to do a lot of finagling in crochet patterns.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, that's probably why I'm terrible at crochet. I was taught right-handed and, I'm pulling the yarn instead of the needle. And yeah, I'm the one who got the D in penmanship in the 3rd grade. I'm the stereotype of a left-hander.
See, my grandfather was a teacher and he did all this penmanship. I turned my paper almost upside down, which is the way he taught me to write so that
Wow.
I could get a right-handed slant on
Really?
my,
Wow.
That's something. Yeah, they didn't know.
but I
what to do with me, so,
still dragged my hand through the ink and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I turned the paper, not my hand.
That's
So,
incredible.
Huh.
Wow. Yeah, both my parents were lefties, so I didn't
Yeah.
have much of a chance.
no.
I don't even think they teach penmanship in school anymore either, do they? Do they,
No.
kids
Mm-mm.
learn cursive or anything?
Yeah,
No idea.
no, most don't, because they're on the computer.
Yeah, yeah.
See, I taught my sister was supposed to be right-handed, we're sure. But nobody paid any attention to us when I was taking the crayons and the pens out of her right hand and putting them in her left hand.
Oh, so she was taught left-handed.
She
when
was
probably-
taught left-handed and her penmanship is horrible.
Can she write right-handed? Is she, what do they call that?
Ambidextrous.
Yeah.
I do a fair amount right-handed, just because like scissors and stuff like that. I use all of that right-handed.
Oh, I can't.
I had the Venice shop confused. I haven't been to your shop. I've been over to Englewood
Oh,
to a
to
bit
the,
of yarn. Yeah. And I was like, after we got off that first call, I was like, well, I haven't been over to,
oh, you'll have to come.
yeah, I will. When we get back down, I'll definitely come over because you're closer, I
Oh, there you
think,
go.
to
Are you in
us. and
Venice?
Placida.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, the weather might cool down eventually.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah, October-ish.
We're gonna come down in October and try and get a contractor to do some work. We weren't successful last year getting it done, so.
Well,
try and
I'll tell you, there's an average at one point, and I still think it's true, an average of 1,000 people were moving to Florida per day.
Oh, my.
And the
Wow.
building down here is just incredible. There's no patch of green left that doesn't have a building on it, pretty much.
Wow.
It's kinda
big
sad.
Are they building houses and stuff in Florida?
Yep, houses, condos, you name it.
Do they have a lot of builders? Are they pretty quick at it? Or are they like here in Ohio where it's taking forever?
I think they're pretty quick at it just because there's so much development.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, it's amazing. My
So
kids are
I'm-
coming, go ahead, sorry.
I'm in North Carolina, in the Asheville area. Where is everybody else?
Well,
This
I'm
is
in
Ann.
Ohio.
I'm in North Carolina also. I'm in Chapel Hill,
Okay,
but I'd rather be in Asheville.
Asheville, it's very nice here.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very hot here.
Yes.
Hmm,
Well, I'm in Ohio, but go to Florida in the winter.
Yeah.
I'm reading The Outlander right now, and I'm in the 5th book, and right now they are at Black Mountain.
Oh, good.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going, I know where they.
So what is that in the series, the Stars series, I wonder? So that would
Season
be,
5,
okay, yeah,
it's right after Brienne,
right.
right
yeah.
after, where Brianna and Roger get married.
Yes.
That's at Black Mountain.
I didn't
Huh.
even pick up on that.
I don't think
didn't either.
they may not mention it. The books, oh my gosh, the book right now, the 5th book is 1,400 pages long.
Wow.
It's so detailed, but it says where in North Carolina they're at and wherever else they go. So it's actually really interesting. If you've ever been near there, you could go, oh yeah, I know where that's
Yeah.
at. Yeah,
I've been contemplating of my next Audible, so maybe I will download some of the Outlanders because it's taking forever for the next season.
I know.
So that's not going to happen until January or February of next year. So
Yeah, and they say it's going to be a condensed season so that they can give it their full dedication to season 7, I guess. I don't know.
okay.
And
How many-
she's coming out with a new book, the 9th book in November.
Oh, really?
So, mhm.
Okay. I was just going to ask how many books were there. So there'll be 9 total. Will she
Yeah.
do 10?
I don't know. I've got the first 8 and I'm a slow reader because I'm usually knitting. So
Okay.
I'm on the 5th book now, but it
Oh,
really takes a while.
that's why I moved to Audible, Nancy, so I could do both.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
And
have
I
to.
listen while I walk. It makes me
Yeah.
walk more.
Well, that's a good idea.
yeah.
I will have an Ohio contingency down here next week, so I won't be on. My son and his wife are coming down from Dayton, and we haven't seen them in 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that'll be so nice for you.
Yeah, and we're gonna come up your way in September.
Oh, good. Will you be here for the 11th?
I hope so.
Okay.
I have to work around my husband's schedule, so we're gonna
Okay.
be up here. Yeah, I'll contact you because I want to come up.
I'll be announcing that event here in the next couple of weeks.
Good, that'll be, sounds
I
like
just want to
fun.
make sure my construction is well underway and will be finished. So,
Yeah,
so that'll be fun.
Is Rhinebeck happening this year?
It is. It absolutely is. It'll be a little different. I think they've moved everybody outdoors. And I'm trying to remember, are they moving people out of the barns or, okay, yeah. Yeah, so it'll be, and tickets are still on sale and everything. I don't know that there will be a lot of international travel in, maybe, I don't know. Andrea, do we remember, had they sold out of tickets in the past?
Even Indy, well, I'm not sure that Rhinebeck ever sold out.
I don't
Indy
think so.
Entangled
Indy Entangled always sold
does,
out.
but I don't think they've sold out.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So
They had a glitch with their ticket sales. I saw because I
Indy
followed them.
Entangled does, yeah.
Now, the Canadian border, they just announced today, it's reopened as of August
9th,
6th,
maybe?
9th,
9th?
yeah.
Like that, yeah.
I'm happy because Catherine gets to stay 2 more weeks. My niece married a Canadian and she's been visiting, but she was going to have to leave for quarantine.
Oh,
So she had to add days
yeah.
for quarantine, but that's gone away. So she can actually stay here longer.
Oh, good.
And then get back up to Iqaluit at basically on the same schedule because she doesn't have that. And she doesn't have the expense of the quarantine. It was like $1,000.
Oh, gosh, yeah, because she'd have to hang in a hotel or someplace, right? Or,
Right. Right.
Wow.
It's pretty crappy. I mean, the hotels, because she did it when they got married because they had to quarantine for 2 weeks. So they spent their honeymoon with like hideous food in this crappy hotel in Windsor.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah.
I'm going to try and get her to come over because she hasn't been knitting enough.
Oh, yeah. Well, I canceled tomorrow nights just because Tom and I are in the middle of doing painting and we got to get this stuff out of the space and all that because we're doing a ton of work this weekend in there. So,
Yeah.
So you were talking about, is it Indian Entangle?
Indie Untangle is an event that happens on Friday, the day before the New York Sheep and Wool.
Okay.
So so it's just for independent dyers and makers. And she has it, well, this year she's got it at an open air event, but generally, and I think she has it set up the same way. So she sells tickets in 1 or 2 hour increments. And she's doing that at this one too. And I think, I think the first time slot is probably the most expensive because I think you get like a bag or a goodie bag or something with your ticket price. And then of course you get first dibs on everything that everyone is selling too. But yeah, it's a, it's a nice way to meet, some new indie dyers and everything. I don't think we could get tickets in 2019. I think they sold them to like busloads or something. So
we went in 2018.
2018.
When we went. Yeah.
Right. Well,
and
yeah.
2019,
I were there in
you were
2019, but it was for we did the Rhinebeck Yarn Bazaar, so,
Yeah.
which was Christie's event. Christy and Leah.
Yeah, but 2018 was crazy too.
It was nuts. Yes. And in 2019, we did the Rhinebeck Yarn Bazaar where I vended, where I took the truck, but we were so exhausted the next day. Andrew and I just kind of walked around like zombies. So
I would never have expected to leave. What time did we leave? Like at 3,
Yes.
3:30? I mean,
we
Like,
were exhausted. It was crazy.
we
I'd
went to
never seen-
Harrisville and bought yarn and left and went and got wine.
Yeah, that's all we did. Yes. Yeah. But yeah, it was, and it was one of those, it was an absolutely amazing event. I sold tons and tons and tons of yarn. We did, but it was, I always call the fiber festivals that we do just exhausting fun because you don't sit. I mean, we didn't even pee, I don't think.
We definitely didn't eat.
We didn't eat.
And it got really
Yeah.
cold and dark.
Yes, yeah. And we were
was crazy.
closing up in the dark too, because they had unplugged my lights.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And Denise Fig and Posey, she was my trunk show for that event. So it was just Andrea and I. I mean, we literally did not look up, I don't think, at any time. All we were doing was just ringing up people. But and nobody asked questions. Nobody asked for, more of anything.
Help picking out anything?
They just
No, they
bought.
just bought.
It's nuts.
Good nuts.
Mm-hmm. It was a nice nuts, but it was nutty. But I think that was the whole bazaar. That was how, the people inside, that's what they were experiencing too. So
Yeah, because we never even made it in to talk,
no, I never got to see.
We talked to
anybody.
the vendors as they were waiting to get in and set up
Yeah.
because they had a limitation on how long they had to set up. They had a food pantry there
Yeah.
that closed down at a certain time, and then the vendors and like some of them, like is it 2 Irish girls or
3.
three Irish girls? So they were waiting to set up, and I was putting yarn. I think it was Emma's. I was putting Emma's up on.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah.
And so they were bored. So they
I
were
think
like,
they all came and helped us. Yeah.
yeah, they did. They were like helping put yarn up and like
Yeah.
putting collar combos together for fades. And
I know.
it was crazy.
It was crazy.
That woman from Maine had driven all the way from Maine, slept in her car or some
Yes.
crazy thing. That one dyer.
You're right. Oh yeah. Who was that?
What's her name? She does like natural dyes.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't remember her. She had pretty stuff, but
Nancy, what's new in your shop? Anything you got any new yarns in or anything like that? Or
One of them is something that you're bringing in as well, the work sock sets.
oh yes, Leo and Roxy.
Leo and Roxy, I just ordered them today. Yeah,
Yes.
so that's one. Right now, I'm kind of holding off on much just because we're so slow. I don't want to
Oh yeah. Yeah,
dive in very
exactly.
deeply. Yeah, because I mean, it just we had our July sales, sidewalk sales this last weekend. So we saw quite a few people, but like today, only 3 people came in. So
Oh
that's
wow.
very typical of summer in Venice.
Is
It's
it?
like the-
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think
Yeah.
that's normal for shops too? Whether,
From what I understand, I work with a retail company and there's a lot of yarn shops. Apparently this month and last month have been down quite a bit.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
well, is that because people are spending money traveling and doing other things
You know,
because they
I-
haven't been able to?
I think so. I was lucky during the pandemic, and part of it is because I think people are not in Venice. I survived on online sales
Yeah.
and did very well. But as soon as season hit this last January, when I expected everybody to be buying yarn, they didn't. And my theory was that they were pandemicked out. They just wanted to escape and think about other things. And I think that's what people are doing is using their stash now and traveling and getting out as much as they can.
Yeah. I think a lot of people bought a lot of yarn during the pandemic just to
They
keep,
did.
businesses and dyers and everybody, still in the game. So,
Yeah,
I did.
yeah,
I did,
As
I did too.
As a consumer, I did.
yeah,
Because I wanted businesses to survive.
right.
well, we were
right.
terribly thankful,
Yes.
just so grateful for the people that supported our shops during the pandemic, because it
Yeah.
was a scary time.
Yeah, yeah. I have a truck, so it weathered it fine, and I still had a corporate day job. So, but I had a lot of stock because it shut down right as spring shows were going to happen. So, but yarn will keep. It's it's not going to go bad. So,
Well, yeah, and I agree, but what I worry is that, I bought so much that now I have to go, wait a minute, I need to knit what I have. I can't keep buying.
right.
Who says that's the rule?
The pocketbook does, the bank says
Yeah,
that.
true.
And I'm worried that'll have a reverse impact for the local yarn shops.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think, events, like this and other things, kind of keep people, I think it keeps them buying. I personally think that, last spring, especially, I think Casapinka saved everybody. When
She
you
sure
agree,
did.
Nancy? Yeah.
Yeah, especially the Breathe and Hope. It was made in Emma's yarn, that
Yes.
pattern
Yeah.
broke them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't get their yarn for they're super silky. We couldn't get it for like 3 or 4 months because they depleted their entire stock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and plus the dyers couldn't get their bases either. That,
No.
those were held up. So it was crazy times. But yeah, I think Bronny she just saved everybody's butt. So
Yeah, she did. And I get a kick out of her anyway. She's
she's
hilarious.
hysterical. She's so funny. Andrea and Debbie and I, we went to EYF in 2019? Beginning of 2019?
Yeah. Yeah, the beginning of March
Yeah,
of 2019.
And
Mm.
Donna and Bronny and some others, they were a group, we were a group, so we had a lot of fun, meeting up with them for dinner and everything. So it was just such an amazing trip, and I hope they bring that back. I really
Me too.
do.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah, I would go
It-
year after year.
If they do, let me. I'll join in.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I got to go to Edinburgh maybe 7 or 8 years ago before I was in the knitting world.
Oh right, yes, yeah.
But
Same with me. I'd been several years ago, but I didn't even knit then. So.
Well, when we went, I did find this yarn shop. It was a great yarn shop. They had a lot of Celtic patterns, but it was when the exchange rate was like 1 to 2. So I couldn't buy
right,
much.
yeah,
So
yes,
yeah, beautiful place though.
yeah. Oh, it is. We had a blast.
I didn't even hear where's Donna tonight.
She had something come up at the last minute, so she'll be back with us on next Tuesday.
How far along are you on the sweater, Robin, that you're making?
On the oat,
Yeah.
I've separated the sleeves. I'm on the body, but it's a DK and a Surrey silk, so it's going really quick.
And what is the name of the pattern?
Oat, OAT? It's a This Bird Knits pattern.
Oh, I like her.
Yeah,
I do too.
yeah, but it's pretty, it's a really, but the sleeves are really cute. The
Are they?
sleeves
Oh.
have some little lace throughout it. I don't have I think my pattern's downstairs in my other computer.
I'm pulling it up on Ravelry.
Yeah. But it's really one of those, Nancy, that you could knit in a week. It's that fast.
Cool. Like my kind of top.
Yeah. Her instructions I thought were kind of funky. And she doesn't keep the raglan stitch going either. There's like a few rounds, there's like 2 or 3 rounds where she doesn't where she's not doing that. I don't know why she didn't, because it just kind of looks a little odd to me, but and she says things like, you know, knit across sleeve instead of saying knit to first marker, which is how I would have written that. But and if you're an
Yeah.
overthinker like I am, it's like, okay, so you really have to pay attention to what's the front and back stitches and the sleeve stitches.
Yeah, the sleeve is cute.
Yeah, isn't it cute?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say bye. I'm gonna
Yeah,
jump
we're
off
about done,
and get some
guys.
dinner together.
So it was great to see everyone tonight. So we will
See
see
you.
you next Tuesday. If you have any questions or anything, put it in the Ravelry group. And don't forget Suzanne, who was asking for the Jackie's video of Patty Jacks.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right. We'll see you, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, Kate.
Bye.
Bye, Sarah.
Bye, ladies.
Bye-bye.